Alright, hello friends, how are y'all doing? Jordan AF. Visiting me, hello, one drunk man. Avo, thank you so much for the 10-month Prime Gaming sub. Valentine's Day date with Diego, my body is ready, nice. Ponar, hello. Derp Turtle, Brandon, Nuclear Nachos, Tanuki, hello, hello. How are y'all doing? Happy Commercial Hallmark Day, everyone. Or in Mexico, it is Happy Valentine's Day. But people call it the Day of Love and Friendship, apparently. And so, yeah. Anyway, Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hope you had a good day, good Monday, good start to the week. And a good weekend as well. If maybe you followed the Super Bowl, or maybe you've been watching the Olympics. Oh hey, what's up, Ryan? Thanks for the meme. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Single Awareness Day. Yeah, that too. Can you be my Valentine? Maybe. My Vega is my Valentine tonight? Nice. Evening to Mises, how are you? Only subs get to be Diego's Valentine? Are you trying to insinuate that my being my Valentine or me being your Valentine is like this commercial transaction essentially? It's just it's merely a monetary transaction. That's what it amounts to. That's what you're trying to insinuate, I think. It's purely business. Nice. Okay. So I guess Avo and I share just a business relationship. Cool. Mason, hello. Hey, I recognize that keyboard. Oh, yeah. I like this keyboard. Oh, is my camera shaking? Weird. Alright, so let's get started for today's build. We have our switches. And here we have the board. Of course, I did get it in the original box, but client said it was okay for me to set aside the original box. So I did that earlier on when I got the board, and so we have it in its carrying case, which is pretty nice because it's like custom molded for it. You can see that there's the curvy sides on the case as well. Also, that TKL cluster? Oh, yeah, it's from the TKL cluster caps are just it looks like it's PBT with dice up. They don't look like cherry, like OG cherry. I think these are just kind of random plastic manufacturer keycaps with a dice up legend. But yeah, it was from a cherry board that I bought a while back, and like these caps were on that cherry board, like instead of the nav cluster. So yeah, I just kind of like translated that all directly on here. So yeah. Is that for CAD? I think, yeah, I guess you can use it for CAD if you're looking at legends, but I literally never look at legends on my keycaps. Although I still get tilted by some legends out there, like as far as some keycaps go. Alright, so let's get started though. Alright, so here we have our PCB, Fave V2 PCB. You've probably seen this before. Is it focused? Yeah, okay. Text only kick W. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what I like and what I dislike. So here we have an FR4 plate. We also have the aluminum plate here. So today we're gonna be building the Burgundy unit. So yeah. Alright, so plate and PCB are out, so I'm not gonna undo the case for now, but I'll still take it out for you guys to take a look at. So we already built a Dolphin before, so you probably can go back on that VOD too if you wanted to look at the internals and such. But it's pretty much the same, except this time we have this burgundy color. This burgundy is kind of like a wine burgundy, which is pretty cool. So this one we have it here. It's like a very pretty color actually. It's like this kind of wine-looking burgundy color, and I love this color. I actually think I like this color more than the typical dark red that people tend to want when they mention burgundy. I legitimately feel like this is a very rare color, very nice. It's really nicely done, very even. Like top and bottom match perfectly fine, and the plate really stands out like as an accent, and it's really nice. Really like it, especially with this steel weight too. It looks great. But yeah. You have any experience with cone feed boards? Well, I mean, my only experience with cone feed boards, aside from like a few older ones, like I tried like a JD40. I mean, there's this one, which is the KMAC, right? Like the KMAC has cone feed here. I've previously gone to a meetup and tried like a 356 CL DGE, which also has cone feed. They're okay. I mean, the only difference is that they're a little bit more flimsy, I guess. Like they do, like if you push a little hard, like this will definitely like tilt over. But I mean, this is unrealistic kind of pushing, right? Like you're not ever pushing like this. Only maybe if you like, you know, like tumble and then like, you know, you're pushing and then you could break the cable too, actually. But I mean, that's never gonna happen in real life unless you literally fall on your desk or something. So yeah. But I mean, they're pretty much just rectangular cases, like boxes, and then have the cone feed to elevate them to a certain angle, right? That's basically what they are. Yeah. Is there anything coming out that you're excited for these days? You know, I entered for that raffle that what's his name? Dean was running. For the Ray XT60. It's a polycarb board, but I love the weight because I'm a weeb. So I entered that, but it's pretty expensive. I don't know if the raffle has happened already, like as in like the RNG process. But other than that, not too much. I actually kind of want like I really want an 1800 board or like a larger size board to come out. Like a battleship or like an 1800. I feel like a lot of the keyboards I have are already very nice, and I use them and I enjoy them. So I'm not really craving anything in the smaller layouts as much right now. I think I would appreciate like an 1800. Like I think like a TX 1800 V1 rerun would be so good. If they modernize a TX 1800 like they did with the other TX boards, I think I would not like it, because it's so like, it's kind of gaudy. Some of the changes they made I just don't like. I like the more classic look to it. So yeah, I feel like they kind of like added these curves and all this RGB stuff, and I'm like, I don't need any of that. Just give me a nice case for an 1800 layout. So actually, like the SAR is kind of exciting. Then I'm just waiting for that to be produced pretty much. I know that Zambumon's like Zambumon and Salvin basically have pre-sourced like aluminum and whatnot, and I'm just kind of waiting for that to be produced, like the SAR 1800. Yeah, other than that, like not much out there, honestly. I don't really look at, like, you know, people were talking about the Safa TKL, which they say it's nice. I think it's nice too. The Phoenix by the same designer as the Prophet, Cable Car Designs. Also very nice board. F13. There's like the Glare TKL from Geonworks. There's so many boards, right, coming out these days. I have to say, like, they mildly interest me. I definitely want to try them out. But I don't think I'm warranting right now spending any money for them, just because I do already have a lot of keyboards. So it's like, utility wise, I don't need them at all. I mean, same goes for artisans, right? Like, same goes for ME. Pretty much every single aspect of keyboards right now for me is entirely unnecessary and very extravagant. But even in considering like just collecting, right? Collecting stuff, I am not like particularly. I'm not in the mood to spend money, I guess is what it is. I'm just not in the mood to spend money. I want to save for a few things, like personal and otherwise. So yeah. So I guess I've just been really trying to whittle down on the spending. Can I interest you in a kidney? My kidneys I think work fine. But if mine fails and I have a need for a kidney, and we have matching immunotype, then I'll let you know, Mason. If I was sensible, I'd only own one keyboard, but I'm past that already. I mean, yeah, I'm not sensible either. Right? I own tons of boards, right? Like I admit to that for sure. I own a lot of keyboards, but yeah, even in the collecting aspect, I'm just trying to really slow down and take it easy, and it's been nice actually. All right, I believe I need to flash this guy, so I'm gonna do that right now. Is that a Nomos? No, this is a Skagen. This is my beater watch, basically. This is a watch I wear every day, so that even if I lose it, it doesn't matter. A Nomos? Goodness gracious. No. No, not even close. I'll probably never buy a Nomos until I'm at least making, you know, I better not buy a Nomos until I'm making at least $250,000 a year. At least. Yeah. If you see me with a Nomos before that, like, call me out, okay? I'm not gonna buy a Nomos before that. Like a nice one. There's actually very few watches that I do like, because too big and I don't like it. Too sporty and I also don't like it. There's not too many watches that I like, actually. Some, I mean, I personally think like some Grand Seikos are kind of nice. Yeah, Nomos is nice, just clean and easy. Nomos is less than a few nice TKLs. A few nice TKLs. Oh man, a few. So I mean, yeah, I'm a wuss, okay? I don't know if I'll ever kind of bring myself to just straight up, you know, sell a bunch of keyboard stuff and just buy this one nice watch. I don't think so. I don't see myself doing it, at least for now. I'm a wuss in that regard, for sure. Alright, so we have bottom row, that's fine. I'm a cheapskate, how about that? Anyway, let me read the chat a little back up. You guys were chatting about cone feed boards. If I ever get into design, I want to design a modern battleship and a modern 5000 sounds very exciting. A modern Ergo Plus 5000, like the cherry one, sounds very cool. I've actually been looking for the numpad that matches the Cherry MX 5000. I mean, not the Cherry MX. I mean, it's like the G80 5000 Ergo Plus. I've been looking for the numpad that matches that, which is a 5700. And I can't find one, or I, missed a chance for a couple that I popped up before. But I would love to have a matching numpad. I've actually used the Ergo Plus for a bit. And it's like a lovely board. But yeah, I can't find a numpad. So yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying that for really collecting reasons, for the sake of completion. It's not a big deal if I don't have it, but yeah, haven't really found one. Same with like like the HKB Snow. It's like one of the things that I'm looking for, but that I'm not really like. I pretty much told myself I won't buy an HKB Snow unless it's retail. Pretty much, like that's it. That's the only that's the caveat. Like it's retail or bust for me, because even for the HKB Snow, it being a hybrid and a Type S already makes it pretty expensive. It's like $350 plus, I think. So for an HKB, and I'm like, dude, like my average on like spending for HKB is like $160 for one. So there's no reason for me to go ahead and spend $350, $400 for this repeat keyboard. That sure has Bluetooth and all, but I also have a Hasu on my Pro 2s. So it's like I don't even need Bluetooth. I don't really use Bluetooth actually. I don't use wireless keyboards. There's literally no use for me for wireless keyboards. Like I just never really do wireless other than mice. Mice are great because they move a lot, but I mean for keyboards I don't care. All right. So this works perfectly fine. Oh, let me turn off the lighting though, because it wouldn't be good to have lighting on it on an aluminum case. All right, let me go back down on chat here. I'm like still like going back up. Excited for the Phoenix. Yeah, what a nice way of rejecting my goods. Saying money, so next time in New York we can hit Coat. Yo, I would hit up Coat. But yeah, good food is great, but need to reserve, right? Disgraceful Asian said, I have become sensible and only currently have one keyword. I would be lying if I didn't check McMarket every day. Yeah, I mean, such a disgraceful Asian, seriously. How could you be checking McMarket every day? Goodness. Anyway, ordered the sofa today. Nice, congrats. Kind of want to sell some keyboard stuff and get an older stick shift car. I miss my old one. Oh, you're into that, huh? You're into cars, Brian? I don't miss stick shift at all. Stick shift sucks. I used to drive stick shift for a little bit, and after enough time I hated it. It's fun, but I hate it. It's so inconvenient. Automatic all the way. Screw it. Automatic, and if it's manual, I'll just do the plus and minus stick shift. Easy. Or wheel shift. Wheel button shift. Just like that. Dude, I tried to get the numpad for you on eBay with the 5K. Dude said he'd take offers and then ghosted me. Yeah, there's another guy who ghosted me too. What would I have to do for a free custom keyboard? I guess participate in a giveaway whenever I do one, which doesn't happen often, but maybe sometime it will. Oh my goodness, What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this a copy pasta or is this just a poem that you found on the internet? It's fun when it's not daily. Yeah, that's correct. First gear, second gear, first gear, second gear, all day long in New York. Yeah, or anywhere with traffic. TVH. In my case, I used to be in like DC area, and then like even when I was in Connecticut for a while, it was like, yeah, it was not good. Driving in like populated areas with stick shift is absolutely horrible, and especially if you have like hills. Oh boy. Making sure that you park your car and right with like turn the wheels and put the gear and motor brake and blah blah blah. Ugh. Screw that, man. Screw that. As the sun falls to its nightly rest, the sky falls, causing the daylight we love to disappear. Your father is a thief. Oh, he stole all of the stars in the sky and placed them in your eyes. Oh, JD. You are but my light in the fallen sky of this evening. I came tonight to only ask you one question. May art thou, Jose Diego Luis Escobar Martinez de Guanajuato, be my Valentines? So now what's JD's answer? JD's answer is like the sound of silence, You must channel your energy to listen for the answer. If you manage to hear an answer, there are two conclusions you can make from that. Number one, you are experiencing auditory hallucinations, and therefore you probably might have psychosis. And number two, you somehow achieve some kind of nirvana state, and yeah, heard it out. Cool. You have transcended this realm. Whether you'll get to number two, it's very questionable. But I hope you never get to number one, okay? I would rather see you try to listen forever than get to number one. Because, having a psych problem is awful. Especially that. But yes. Or actually, well, you can technically have auditory hallucinations if you take drugs, but I hope you're not doing that too much. I hear a ringing in my right ear all the time. Does that count? He's just shy. Yeah. That's why he's always around with Nono and Ron, who are always covering for him, kind of like just like guiding him and helping him out whenever he needs things. That's how JD is. JD might look, strong, and he's like, tall, or like he's very big and whatnot, but he's a shy boy. Shy, handsome boy. Dr. Lightning. Don't call me doctor until I actually am. And I also wouldn't be a medical doctor anyway, so yeah. You can go call Mr. Huru a Dr. Huru, because he's actually a doctor. Or I guess you could actually call Gondo Dr. Gondo, because I think he has a PhD in electrical engineering. How long until you're a doctor? That question you don't ask. You don't ask people like me that question. It's like jinxing it. it's like a red flag. It's like asking a graduating student, "Oh, how's the job search going?" Like in earnest, or like, "Oh, are you excited for graduation? Do you have a job yet?" That question. When you were about to graduate college, or like graduate, maybe like, some program, and you're looking for a job. You're about to transition to a job, basically. That's the point. And you're being asked that question constantly. When are you gonna finish? Are you almost done yet? How many more years? Months? Boy. How would you explain custom keyboards to a friend? Oh, very easy. I mean, I always preface the custom keyboard thing with the whole idea of, oh, you know, like we use keyboards every day at our desk, like for our computers. Custom keyboards basically takes, you know, that and takes it to the level where you can customize every single part about it. And people make custom parts like custom aluminum cases and different layouts, keycaps, and then you can kind of explain everything else from there on. So I kind of started there when I explained to my friends. Like I have had my friends ask me like, oh, what is this keyboard thing you always like post about, like, I mean, on my like Insta or like or like whatever, you know? And they're like, oh, saw it for the first time. I saw it was you. Like, what is this about? You know, had that question happen a lot. Are you excited for graduation? Do you have a job lined up? No and no. Anyway, I always say it's a great way to waste money. I mean, also true, but there's also so many other hobbies that I feel like are just as big of a quote-unquote waste. It's only a waste when you consider it a waste, I guess, and when other people consider it the same. But I mean, don't we all waste money in some capacity? We all have all these vices and things that we spend on that are not like quote-unquote necessary. Money pit, stupid, yeah. Use my keyboard a lot, so this better be nice, yeah. Do you just agree? Oh wait, come on, wait, what was that? What if the friend says it's a waste of money? Do you just agree? Yeah, I do. I just say, yeah, sure. You might think that it's a waste of money. I don't, so I do it. You know, I like custom keyboards. I collect them, just like anybody would collect watches, like kitchen knives, cars, art at home. I don't even know. People collect all sorts of random things. Sneakers, clothes. I don't do any of that instead. I mean, so some people say like, oh, why don't you just like spend it on all these different things? And I'm like, well, because all these different things interest me less than keyboards, period. Or I just don't feel like I need to get the premium item of all of those categories. I'm pretty happy, like, you know, shoes. I'm happy wearing my Ultra Boost, and, you know, I have like some, you know, I have a couple of pair of like decent boots and stuff, or like, you know, dress shoes or whatever. And yeah, I don't need more than like the pair. So I don't spend more money on that. Clothes, same thing. I'm a very normcore kind of guy. I like my Uniqlo, okay? I occasionally go to like Zara or something. Or like, you know, Banana Republic or something, or like, you know, J. Crew, you know, I'm like that kind of person, you know. I don't go to like all these like fancy brands or whatever. I just kind of like go with whatever's comfortable and easy to wear, and that looks like clean, like, you know. But yeah, Uniqlo is like a staple for me. Like at this point, like I feel like 65% of my wardrobe is Uniqlo, and then the rest is just a mix. Keyboards aren't that much of a money pit unless you're looking for grails compared to my other hobbies. Yeah, I guess so. Some other hobbies are way better at wasting money. Yeah. Plastic chairs. Oh, that's true. There's a plastic chair thing. Real copium hours? Yeah, real copium hours. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that. It's like, just acknowledge it. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's like, yeah, I know it's a waste of money. I know I'm not spending the money right. I think maybe that's the scary part, is when you acknowledge it. When you acknowledge that you're just doing it already and that it doesn't really matter. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe. As long as I'm not in like a bad situation, I think it's okay. Looks at the 4K I spend in bikes in a year. Bikes are fun. I actually do want to get into cycling, like road or just outdoor in general. Cycling can be pretty fun. I used to be into it, but I don't know much about it. I used to be into it when I was very poor and a student, but I really enjoy going outside to cycle. So much that when I first came to New York, I did the like the Bike New York City thing, where you basically can like either rent a bike or take your own bike and go all the way around the 5 boroughs. I've done that. I see Diego in Louis Vuitton in New York. Ugh, LV. Super gaudy. Hola, Roxo. ¿Cómo estás? Flannel collection, some sweatshirts. Oh, nice. Sweatshirts? Pretty cool. I mean, if you wear them all the time, hopefully. The only good thing about 2020 was I saved a lot of money by not leaving the house often or spending money on stuff. Then I spent it on keyboards. Yeah, that's what happened to a lot of people, right? And also that's why we've seen this major inflation in the aftermarket, right? Because people are willing to spend the money that they didn't spend over the year, like on traveling, on clothes, on all these things. Food. Yeah. Quote unquote savings. Keywords are not my biggest money pit. It's just the spending is more frequent. Oh yeah, true. Keywords, the spending in keywords is very frequent because we have these like, you know, regular group buys, and like literally like everyone and their grandma is designing a keyboard and then you suddenly want it. So yeah. I wanted to get into mountain biking. Only upon abandoning all hobbies are superfluous do you begin your journey to nirvana. That is true, like that's the actual philosophical tenet of that. But yeah, not gonna happen. Temptation, hello, how are you? Eric, hi. The activity is fun, but the maintenance is not. For mountain biking, oh yeah, mountain biking. Anything out like in like hiking, mountain biking, like anything that involves like a lot of like dirt, essentially, like traversing actual ground, is very high maintenance. Very high maintenance. It's like all the wear and tear, both bodily and material-wise. And yeah, sure, it could be dangerous, yeah. Cleaning your bike after every ride, yeah, that kind of stuff definitely would drive me nuts, to be honest. Oh, actually, that's a big reason I can't get into like certain things right now. Like, I feel like my perception of espresso, like coffee, is like that. It's like, oh, get the little like puck thing or like the pushing thingy, and then there's a portafilter, and then there's like all the little things in the machine that you need to clean every so often, and then you gotta flush this out, whatever, and then there's a pitcher, and then I'm like, can I just stick to like one thing that just makes the coffee? So I can't get into espresso for that reason yet. I still find it too cumbersome. I might eventually. I am interested in it as like a learning experience. I want to learn the technical side of it, and I want to like learn how to like pull proper shots and make a good like latte and make latte art or whatever. Make my own like cortados and flat whites. That kind of stuff would be nice. Because I love them, and I guess I would save money on the long run probably. I don't know when you technically break even for that. Do you ever break even? Because the machines are can be expensive. Assuming you're like somewhere, you kind of stop somewhere in the middle, meaning like maybe let's say like a few $1,000s or something, just to not undermine like the experience of some people who have gone deep. Let's say, like obviously it's a luxury. We don't have sand or mud, so I rarely clean my stuff. Huh. Must be nice. I'm good. How have you been, bro? I'm doing well, Temptation. I'm been a lot more, would I say flexible, or I would say been better. Managing my time has been easier these days, which is nice. So that's why I'm getting builds done more often these days. Doubt you would break even. Huh. Yeah. So I'm into pour over right now. I do Chemex. And right now like I have like I make myself matcha I have an AeroPress, which is pretty cheap and easy. No way you're breaking even just making your own coffee at home with those machines. I see. I guess that makes sense. Even if it's every day or twice a day. Let's say it's twice a day. Even then, I guess you wouldn't break even. Right? How much is an espresso outside? Like $4? I mean, like, you know, an espresso based drink, $4 for a small one. So let's say it's like $10 every day, right? Oh, well, that's not too bad. It's like, you know, if you do it every single day, it's like a few $1,000s. I mean, yeah, it's like a few $1,000s. So I guess you would break even maybe after like a year or two. Thought thumbs, hello. You have to have a shop to justify the expense with rationality. I guess that's true. I have the Hario V60. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, no, I haven't tried all of the pour over solutions either. I only have had an AeroPress and a Chemex. I actually want to buy a mocha pot. I was watching the videos, those videos by James Hoffman, the most recent ones that he did on the mocha pot. Super fun. Oh my god, so interesting. All the technical aspects of it, and like, you know, he also like goes over the technique and stuff. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that the whole like spouting part was the part that makes like your coffee bitter and tastes bad. I didn't know that. And so I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty cool. So I was watching that and I was like, oh, I do kind of want to maybe look into getting just a mocha pot, and like, you know, I just need to follow those instructions and it'll be fine. Got the Safa earlier. Yeah, I read that, Janky. Very nice. Congrats. Hello, Parmesan. That's a great name. I love the username. Welcome. Parmesan. Love it. Takes about 4 minutes to make a great cup for Clever Dripper. I don't know what Clever Dripper is, actually. I'm gonna look it up later. Clever Dripper. James Hoffman is great. I mean, yeah, I love him. I like that he's very technical. Like, I really like that he kind of does the science behind it, or like kind of tries to actually have some proof of things, and like it's very rational. And so I do like his videos for that reason. I mean, there's other people that I've seen who kind of do the same. But yeah, very, very, very approachable though. Approachable kind of videos. I've been enjoying them a lot. And it was like, I only kind of like found him, you know, in this past year. Oh, actually no, in the past few months, rather. I have a Flair manual espresso machine. Oh, cool. I actually get ads for those all the time. I get ads for the Flair stuff all the time. Like on my Instagram, like every time I flip stories on my Instagram, every single day I get the freaking Flair ad. So annoying, because I don't want it right now. I mean, it's like I kind of do, but I don't want to spend the money, and I'm not ready yet for the commitment. I have to ask, what are your favorite switches? I like Topre, MX Blacks, MX Browns, MX Clears, lighter spring, or so ergo clears. I like inks, alpacas, reds. For something long pole, reds have been really nice for me. Or like Durock palms, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, lavenders are pretty nice too, that I've tried. But yeah, I have an exclamation switches command. What are your favorite springs? My favorite springs? Oh, I mean, I almost always use, like, if I have to stock up on springs for myself, I just do anything 60 to 65 gram. So 60, 62, 63.5, and 65 are basically my go-tos. I don't care anything in between, like, it's fine. I have a few boards that do have 67 and 68. That's because I was still experimenting with spring weights. I was experimenting on doing like 72, 68, 67, right? And I think they're slightly heavier than I prefer, so now I steer away from them. I actually should probably sell all my 68 gram springs, because I did buy like several hundred at a time. So I don't use them anymore. So I should probably sell those. But yeah, I pretty much 60 to 65, and for brand, nowadays, I mean, for me right now, I go with TX. But if like before, when I was like browsing mech market very often, I would like pick up occasional Sprit springs when people sold them. I didn't want to buy Sprit springs directly from Sprit, because he has been known to like, you know, basically like not ship and whatnot. And I was like, oh, I don't want like my order to be in limbo. Like, I don't want to support someone who's like bad, basically like bad at business and just like not doing things right. So I was like, oh, if people already have the springs like on mech market or something, and they're like selling them for cheap, I'll pick them up. So I occasionally would pick up Sprit springs like that, just like in bundles or like in good deals that sometimes would pop up. Yeah. Um, 15 millimeter. Oh, the length thing actually for me, yeah. So I guess, yeah, the standard is 15, I think, the cherry one. I think that's fine. I never really had a preference for the long or short stuff. I did notice that the very, very long springs, like the symmetric springs or like the really long springs just in general, have like a much sharper, or rather like a stronger return kind of feeling. I don't like it as much actually. So yeah, I think just the standard cherry is fine with me. Short or medium, I guess, is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, Janky says, pretty great. Definitely takes a bit more work. Oh, this is for the flare. To get a great cup, but once you get the preheating down, you don't want to drink crappy coffee anymore. I mean, I don't mind crappy coffee every so often. You know, of course I don't want to drink crappy coffee. But there's that video about drinking crappy coffee, like, or appreciating coffee, that, you know, James Hoffman actually made, and I was like, oh yeah, I agree with that. Which, you know, basically like the gist of it was like, you need to appreciate the crappy coffee so that you can appreciate the good coffee at the same time. Like occasionally, you know, I'm walking around and I'm just like, frick, I need a coffee, okay? I need a coffee badly. Like, I just want coffee. I love the flavor of it, right? So occasionally I'll pick up a Mickey D's coffee or a Dunkin'. No big deal. Or like one of those carts here in New York. There's like those carts that do like pastries, and like they have like coffee, you know, just regular coffee with milk and sugar. Sometimes I just get one of those. That's fine. If it tastes bad, just add milk and sugar. Basically drown it in other flavors. And it's fine. It's okay. I'll tolerate it. But yeah, of course I like nice coffee. Like premium coffee is great. Like I did run through a few like geisha, like you know, beans the other time, like a very light roast, and I like fiddled around with my Chemex and my grinder and like tried to get the most flavor out of it, and that was very enjoyable. That was very fun. But yeah, I don't mind if I don't have that either. Okay, let me answer a few questions. What are the differences between 3203 and 3204? 3203 is significantly thinner compared to like 205. 3204, I mean, they're not like that much thinner compared to 205, but once you start applying it, you do notice the difference. I feel like once it kind of spreads out, like this is 3204 here, and like, you know, if you take a look at it, it's not really that much different from 205. You know, it looks the same about the viscosity. Maybe a little bit more like motile, I guess. Or, you know, less viscous basically. But once you apply, you do start noticing the differences. Like if you apply the same amount on, like with a brush or something on the switch, you do notice that 205 covers the blemishes quite a bit. Whereas 3204 kind of still maintains a little bit more of the switch surface, so it kind of maintains some of the sound too. So I prefer 3204 in general, actually, because I don't like to over lube my switches. I don't like a switch that I don't want a switch that just sounds like lube, or like it feels just like lube. At first it's fine, because I know that at the very beginning they do feel and sound like that, and then over time it kind of just spreads out. So I do lube pretty much with 205 and 3204 exclusively these days. I haven't bought 3203 in like a while. I do have some leftover that I've used, but I don't use it often anymore. Yeah, pretty much most of my switches now are 3203. I mean 3204 or 205. And I apply it very lightly for either. So yeah. Okay. Okay, Gantz 9K says, and welcome first of all. Hey Lightning, been a long time lurker of yours. What are your thoughts on the Orion V3? Just bought one on Mech Market. I think the Duck Orion is a fantastic board. I personally really like the Duck Orion as a board in general. It's a nice, a solid TKL. The look with the RGB is great. I personally am a fan of the Orion. Like, I'm a fan of the Orion as much as I'm a fan of the Eagle or the Viper, or like the duck boards that just have, or the Octagon, that just have that like RGB side look, and just like a solid top mount, like nothing too special and nothing too like it's like this thing that stands out from duck boards is that like prominent typing angle in the side, right? Like with the RGB, that's that. It just looks great. But then as far as like the top mount and typing, it's just solid. It's like, it's just reliable. It's just good. So I like those boards a lot. And they don't go for too much in the market these days, which is great. They're accessible. McDonald's coffee is actually decent. Yeah, some places actually have pretty decent McD's coffee. You should get an Ember mug. I do want an Ember mug, matcha matsu, but it's kind of pricey. I love to tune to key streams and learn about motility and viscosity. Abstraction, how are you? Yeah, from visuals you won't notice the difference between the greases. Like, they're technically the same series of greases, Flurry Strikes. Like, it's like all the 200 series of greases, right? Which, for like on the perspective of Krytox, like the people who make it, it's just like they're all the same product line with just very slight differences in viscosity, like as far as the chemical measurement of that. But yeah, it's not a visually you won't really see that. Once you apply it, you might start being able to tell the difference, assuming you're trying your best to like apply it evenly. But yeah, anyway, I'm a huge fan of the look of the duck boards. Yeah, they're great, I think. Also, good night, one drunk man. Goodness. TKL King, hello. Hope your day has been good. It was good. It was good. Today was good. I mean, pretty chill for me. Didn't really do anything for Valentine's Day or anything like that. I actually, yeah, just like chilled more over the weekend than like today or anything, because I don't like, yeah, having stuff going on, like especially at the beginning of the week, kind of sets the tone. So yeah, today was mostly a work day for me. Pretty much a work day, full work day really. Caught up in the morning and just started doing work. It's expensive, but I'm telling you, it's amazing if you're someone who likes to chill with your coffee. I'll think about it, Matcha Matsu. I'll actually think about it. I've been thinking about it. I mean, it's been on like my, those Elster lists, like the Secret Santa stuff. Like I do a couple of Secret Santas every year with like my friends, and I've had the Ember mug there for like a few years, I feel, or like however long it's been since I put it on. I feel like it's been at least 2 years. Does 32.4 oil go off from the grease part as much as 32.3? Oh, I see. I mean, they do separate eventually, all of them, if they just kind of sit around. The best you can do is just like put a stick in it and just mix it again. It'll just mix up again, like the oil and the... Because remember, grease is actually two components. There's a chemical binder, and there's like oil. Basically, the chemical binder keeps things together, and that's what makes it more viscous. Grease is like a two-part thing. It's like a compound. But yeah, if you leave it alone for a long time, it'll separate. Like it's at the surface, not fully. Like it's not like oil and water or something like that. Hey, Mr. Kupo just grabbed a Real Force R1. Nice. Very nice. I hope it didn't cost you too much. Doing good. Just caught up with an old friend after a little over 2 years. Oh, nice. I actually was doing the same. I actually like messaged a very good friend of mine from high school the other day. He's actually like we met in high school back in Mexico City, but he's currently in Canada doing like a master's. And yeah, we're just catching up the other day, and it was like the first time we've caught up in a while, in a long time. So that was pretty nice. So that was over the weekend. Yeah, I'm actually very bad at catching up and keeping up with people. Actually, I'm actually very, very bad at keeping up with people. Like I'm almost never the person to initiate easily, like, or regularly rather. So my check-ins tend to be like 6 months, a year, 2 years. Yeah, I'm not very good with keeping up with people. Like I understand the whole idea of like, oh, you know, have your own village, keep your people close, that kind of stuff, but I can't do it. It's like it just feels like too much commitment. I only do it whenever it occurs to me, which is rare. Had some dank birria tacos. Oh, that sounds so good. I wanna try some good ones. I've never tried really good ones. Like I've never tried really good ones, like the ones that have been popular lately, like in the States. It kind of varies from like my idea of birria, I think. So I just want to try some good ones, but they tend to be very pricey here in the U.S. I mean, or at least like most places that I've seen, it's like a very pricey meal. And I'm just like, tacos should be a cheap meal. You know what I mean? Tacos are cheap food in general. Like they should be cheap food. Like they're supposed to be like street food and like accessible. So it kind of feels weird to be paying like $15 or more or whatever for a meal. It's like, yeah, but I should probably indulge myself at some point. Thoughts on Clickies? Oh, like the Zeal PC Clickies? I don't have any thoughts on them because I haven't tried them, but I mean they look all right. I'm not a sucker for clicky switches though. Like MX style clickies. I like buckling spring, which is pretty pingy and loud and all that, but yeah, and I've tried like some of the click bar stuff, you know, like the, you know, like novel keys is like Kale, like block switches, like those are nice, but I wouldn't use a clicky switch board on the dailies, so I can't really comment too much about it. It's like not within my interest circle. Marxy, hello, good evening. Come to Texas to try some like good birria. Oh, yeah, I would love to visit Texas too. If I visited Texas, there would be, I mean, well, Texas has like, it's like such a huge state, right? But if I visit Texas in general, like there's several cities, places where like I would love to visit some people that I know, like both in the keyboard community and even outside. Like I have friends who are in Texas, so that would be fun. That would be cool. Uf, una birria sí se antoja. Ajá, ya sé. Sí se antoja, pero como digo, tiene que estar como que, no sé, la comida acá cuesta bastante relativa a lo que estaba más acostumbrado a pagar. Entonces como que ya, si los tacos están caros, no me dan ganas de probarlos. Favorite Topre board, HKB for sure. Just a lubed HKB is perfect. Pretty much. There's really, for me, I'm a simpleton with Topre, and just a lubed HKB. Properly lubed HKB. That's it. Silencing rings optional. If you like them, put them in. If you don't. I do like them, but they're optional for sure. Like I don't mind if I don't have them. Like if I do have some around, I'll put them. But if I don't, whatever. Just the lube is plenty actually. Like the lubing for Topre is pretty much what does most of the work. So like for the sound especially, and for the feel too. But yeah, especially the sound of Topre is what really is attractive, I think. Yeah, it has this like kind of scratchy maybe, or like kind of like this rubbing kind of sound to it. But it's nice. You can just hang out. You can hang out with us and RCLEA? Oh, true. I would. Doc Thumbs, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy Bob. Thank you for gifting tier 1 sub. Honestly, would try the Viet Cajun in Houston before BBQ. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I've never heard of that actually, but I would love to try it. Oh, Thok Thumbs, thank you so much for gifting another tier 1 sub to I am too Asian. That's a cool username. Money Heist vibes instantly. Let's see. I want to hang out with Dennis. Same. I haven't hung out with my mods. Like, I haven't met Poner. I have not met Obsidian. I have not met Peaches. I have not met Dennis. I would love to meet my mods. I have not met Sensei Ja, who is actually in Jersey, like in that area. Like, he's the closest one to me, but I haven't met him because we just haven't coincided ever. Oh my goodness, sometimes these alarms are too sensitive, I feel. They go off at the weirdest times. Good thing they don't go off once I fall asleep though. I mean, or even if they do, I like stay asleep. Yeah, but actually, I do have a question. So is there anything that you guys haven't tried that you would want to try? Like eating or doing that isn't like illogically like kind of like, there's nothing outrageous. Like, don't tell me like, oh, I want to go to this like top restaurant in the world because I haven't. It's more of like something that is kind of more common that people might have done that you just haven't for some reason or never tried. And that you might be interested in trying out because, you know, it is just simply new to you. Doc Thumbs, thank you so much for gifting another tier 1 sub to Forest Koki. Have authentic foreign food because there's nothing near me. Oh, is that right? Yeah, I think definitely trying new cuisines is such an experience, in my opinion. Like, it's just like really opens your eyes to so much out there. Once you like start appreciating that and like just engaging in the different cultural aspects of the food. It's not just about the food at the end of the day. It's like also like who eats it, when do they eat it, how. You said the T word. I know, but that's their username. So what am I gonna do? Time myself out? Timing myself out means there's no stream. Do you want no stream? I've been ziplining. Ooh, ziplining sounds super fun. I mean, I've ziplined before, and I know it's fun. But if you haven't, it's also like one of the safer activities. As for like stuff that you can do with like a harness and whatnot, it's definitely one of the like safer activities out there. Ziplining, or at least like the ones that are like in like relatively controlled areas. So I do recommend it. It's super fun. Like the speed of it and like all that is just super exhilarating. Never been to Japan. Same. Maybe try burrito. Huh. Nice. Skydiving. Yeah, that's something I want to try too. I've never gone skydiving. I've always wanted to try kind of like a more extreme sport. Yeah. A real bagel. Oh, gotta visit. I guess New York has real bagels, but other places should have real bagels in the US at least. If you're not in the US, then I wonder where are you located, Gani, that you're saying you want a real bagel. Real bagel should be accessible though. I mean, the right treatment for a bagel is that you gotta toast it, gotta have it warm. Maybe if you want to make a sandwich, you can do that. But I do like my regular morning bagel with cream cheese. Just a bunch of cream cheese, or like cream cheese with stuff in it. Like sometimes it's scallion or chives or something like that, or lox. Yummy. And then putting a slice of tomato on top. Super yummy. But yeah, Japan. I would love to go to Japan. So much I want to see there, because especially I got very interested in Japanese culture more specifically, not just because I'm like a weeb or whatever, but actually because I did taiko. I used to play taiko, which is Japanese drumming, and I got super interested in the whole cultural aspect of it, the whole like historical element of it, and I do want to visit some of the places where some of the pieces were written and like part of their like cultural side, like their festivals and whatnot. That would be awesome. I would love to like see some of the festivals too, like winter festival or spring festival, etc. Yeah. Beyond just visiting the cities, actually. Really want to try good soup dumpling, like from Din Tai Fung. A good xiaolongbao. Where are you located? Gans 9K. At least in California and in New York, you can definitely have some good xiaolongbao. I don't know about other places. I mean, like Seattle and like the other big cities probably have accessible xiaolongbao. I mean, Houston, I've never had a good fresh bagel. Weird. Einstein bagels? Einstein bagels, it's like, that's weird that it was not good for you. But I mean, maybe I'm biased, but the Einstein bagels that I tried when I was in, I think I was in California, it was pretty good. It was pretty solid. I guess maybe you just didn't have it fresh. That's unlucky. It's like hard to miss, I feel. I've had a lot of bagels and nothing compared to a New York bagel. I think the New York bagel thing mainly has to do with going to a bagel shop in the morning. Like, that's key to a good bagel. A good bagel has to do with the freshness of the bread, and so you gotta go in the morning when they're cranking out, like when they just have tons of bagels and like they're fresh, and you know, like it's like the whole like environment thing too. It's like it's hectic. Some people buying dozens of them. And like, you know, having like 10 different kinds of cream cheese that you can like get, or sometimes there's like egg salad or chicken salad and stuff too, or you know obviously like you could do like an egg sandwich, like an egg sausage and cheese kind of thing in a bagel, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I gotta have it in the morning fresh. That's when you really enjoy the bagel. I think it's just part of the mood, I would say. Oh, Saskatchewan, Canada. Okay. Basically devoid of any good cultural food. I see. I see. I guess that would make sense then. Or at least for Canada, I guess visiting Toronto or Vancouver would most likely you could get access to good cultural food for sure. Yeah, Toronto or Vancouver, most likely. Especially Vancouver if you want Chinese food. I haven't been yet to Vancouver, at least I haven't been and actually explored Vancouver, but I've heard so many things about Vancouver. I just want to go to eat there, actually. I just want to go to Vancouver to eat. City, you know, nice and all, but yeah. Remember when the New York Times ranked the bagel shop in Berkeley as the best in the country? I mean, nothing wrong with that. That said, I mean, this is the times we're talking about. They're pretty out there. Raymond Chen says, Can I binging Lightning keyboard? You can binge my VODs if you want. Believe it or not, but Montreal has pretty solid bagels. I'm sure it does, because Montreal is also like a semi-bigger city, at least relative to a lot of, you know, like in Canada at least. Solid bagels doesn't sound appetizing. Yes, don't literally have a very solid bagel, like a rock hard solid bagel. That's not good. Have you tried Tompkins Square bagels? I have not. I don't think I have. Yes, I am hungry. I'm sorry. I always do this. To always talk about food. It's inevitable. It's like literally one of the things I'm always thinking about in the day. So it's like, what am I gonna eat today and tomorrow and whatever, like, or what am I gonna meal prep, that kind of stuff. And it's just a common thing to talk about, and it's easy to talk about. So it's a good way to talk to people. I love my gas bagels once in a while. You can actually, well, you know, like with very like hardened bread, you can soften it. Kind of like you can do the same with like when the rice is a little dry, after you've like cooked it and stuff, you can like add a little, you can like wet like a paper towel and like put it on top, like cover it sort of like a wet paper towel, and then like put it in the microwave, and that'll like really soften. It's basically like kind of like steaming it. Like it'll add some of the water in there, like some of the moisture. All right, cool. All right, let's put these screws and let's test the stabs after some switches. Dry rice or soft rice? I mean, yeah, like what, you know what I mean. My cousin's always bringing them up, says it'll be a life-changing experience. I gotta look it up, man. Life-changing. When someone says something's a life-changing experience, I gotta look it up. Let me write some of those things down. Actually, there are a few things I said I was gonna write down or like look up. Let's see, Tompkins Square bagels. I'm gonna write that down. What else? What else? What else was there? Viet Cajun. I'm gonna have to write that down. And then of course birria tacos. I already know that though. I forget what it was. There was something else. He said the same about Martha's Country Bakery, and admittedly their cakes do hit. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, good bakeries, man. There's quite a few of them here in the city too. Sprinkle a bit of water and then put it in the microwave. Classic when mom's not home technique. Yeah. Hello, Sinvac. How are you? I'm doing well myself. I had a pretty good Monday. Pretty productive, I would say, today. Today was a productive start to the week, I would argue. Which feels good for a Monday, really, because I normally don't have very productive Mondays myself. It tends to be pretty... I'm not a very good... I'm not a morning person. And I really need to stick to schedules and task lists and things like that to stay organized for me. But today was actually pretty decent. Sets a good mood and pace for the rest of the week. Hey, what keycaps do you like? I like cherry profile keycaps, if that's what you're asking. Very generic questions. But I like all kinds of keycaps. White on black, Dolce, beige, neutral sets, colorful sets sometimes. All kinds of keycaps. You ever see those high-end toasters that steam the bread as a toast? Oh, I've seen them. I've never tried them. You know, it's like also like I also wanna get like a nice convection oven. That's something that I've been kind of eyeing to get. Like I've been like curious about getting a nice convection oven, but I haven't had the chance to look into it yet. Am I missing a screw by chance here? I think I am. I think I should have some extra screws around here though. Alright. Sick. Just missing a screw though, so let me get that. Where do I have... Is this my box with the stab stuff? Oh yeah. Neat. I should have. Shouldn't have an extra screw around here. Just saying high-end toaster is literally useless. To each their own, Raymond. To each their own. There's always a use for things, but if it's useless to you, well, it is what it is. Alrighty, cool. Looks like got all the screws now. Time to put some switches in and try it out. I wonder who made this pattern here. Maybe it was eBastler who did this. Who did this FR4 plate design? I have a feeling it was him. Maybe, but maybe it could have been Lin too, though. Lin also makes his own PCBs, so. Does fit nicely. I like the FR4 plate more on this board. I feel softer to type on. Yeah, definitely FR4 in general does feel softer than aluminum to type. Just overall, it's like not very not incredibly soft compared to like like the plastics, but it's still softer than aluminum at least. When you type on it, kind of feels like it's like slightly more dampened. It's a nice typing experience. FR4, pretty nice. I'm thinking that maybe I should build more FR4 for my own builds. I do have a lot of aluminum plate builds, but not that many FR4. So maybe I should try some of those. Some more of that. Oh, you're not disrupting anything, buddy. You can ask anything you want. Abstraction. Go ahead. Thinking putting tangies in the alu. Oh, nice. Bet like 70% of your builds are alu? Yeah, that sounds about right, Nacho. That sounds about right. Because actually, it's also because the default offering is alu, right? And then back in the day, a lot of the offerings were also like brass and steel, but I didn't want that. Or like polycarb sometimes. So yeah, a lot of my plastic builds are polycarb, and a lot of my metal builds are alu. Yeah, that's kind of like how it is right now with my builds. Anyway, which part of OP Black Popu switch is polished? The bottom housing rails or the stem or both? Why don't we just open one up? I think I have some OP Blacks over here that I haven't finished lubing. That I told myself I was gonna lube. Or finish lubing at least. But I haven't. You can see that I've done maybe like 20 of them. Alright, So in my opinion, the stem is definitely polished, right? Like take a look. Like that bottom part definitely looks different from the rest. So the stem is definitely polished, right? So that answers that question. Bottom housing though, I don't know. I think it is. But it's hard to look at it. It's hard to look at it. So, but I mean, let me see if I can. Does this work? Yeah, it's hard to look here in there. But maybe the bottom housing is as well. I mean, that's what people are saying, right? So I would just trust Mr. Theremin Goat has a very good. I would say he has a very good technical record of things. I do trust his opinion quite a bit. But at least the stem is definitely you need a little flashlight. I mean, I do have a flashlight to use, but I mean, I do think the bottom housing is polished. But that said, I'm not sure like if it's to the same degree. Probably not, but yeah. very small space in there to polish anything, you know? Oh, was just wondering for franking purposes? Yeah, so if you're gonna use the stems from OP Blacks or Popus, those are definitely pretty smooth. Yeah. Are those the same that you showed 2 weeks ago? Might be, yeah. Oh yeah, probably are, actually. Okay. So, bottom row. It's gonna be when keyless. And we need a shift key here. And one here. Alright, cool. Alright, this should be enough for now to test these. Test these housings. I mean these stabs rather. Cherries definitely aren't. I mean, yeah, cherry is like a cherry switchers are always a gamble, basically. Doesn't matter whether they're vintage or new, it's always a gamble. Have seen enough switches cherry that are all over the place. Like, doesn't matter what the age of the switches. So yeah, just gotta buy them and see what they are like. My CC is full and I don't even have all my artisans on hand. Wow. Every day I understand more of the sentiment of please don't do artisans. Oh, good. Yes. We're just looking for no rattle, so... maybe this right side needs a little more lube. Yeah, I think this right side might need just a teeny bit. A teeny bit of the stirring should be more than enough. 2 hours every day to clean 15 switches? Oh goodness, that's too much work. I would rather just get scratchy switches than spend that much time trying to polish switches by myself, or no, that's too much work. Or just use one of those breaking in machines or whatever for like a ton of time. At least it does the work for you. Huh. It's kind of uneven. Alright, should be more than enough. Oh, Cinda, hello, ayo, what's up? Thank you so much for the 2 months. Oh, you add the polish and put it in the machine? Still sounds like a lot of work. So you gotta like stop it and add... Okay, that's good. Wait, what did a Thok Thumb say? Sorry, okay. Read your build. I watched your YouTube VOD last night. I'm hunting for a Dolphin 2021 after seeing that. I cannot find one on the mech market. I would like some specs. Do you have a link to technicals? Google for Linworks, nada. Last inspo was 52 weeks ago. They do have a Discord. As far as like specs, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they're aluminum cases. They have steel weights, the 2021 one. They have steel weights. These are sandblasted steel. They come with these bump-ons. Normally comes with a V2 PCB and an FR4 plate was given out for this. The FR4 plates were freebies for group buy buyers, but default is aluminum plate. And typing angle is something like 10 or 11 degrees. And there's not gonna be any extras anymore. I don't think there's any anymore. Those are long past now, if anything. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they're definitely out there, and they're pretty much selling for cost-ish. Like, at cost was still like 600 and some, I think. Right, Nine Walker? Pretty sure it was 600 and some shipped. It was not cheap because of the shipping. I mean, actually, the board itself is just a more expensive board. It's like a more complex board, so yeah. So I actually don't remember how much it was retail. Yeah, it was like $650, almost. Yeah, close to 700. Yeah, pretty sure it's like 650-ish. So people are selling it at cost, which is basically like 650, 700. Okay, I don't think it'll rattle in typing, so it's fine. $700 USD? Yeah, 700 USD, yes. I am in the United States. And KLC, the Dolphin was actually through, pretty sure it was through Linworks and not at all. It was nothing to do with KLC. The KLC boards so far are the Dollis, the EM8, the Rotor, and I think any collab design boards, but I'm pretty sure that the Dolphin was a Linworks only group buy. Take a shot for you. Okay. Don't overdo it, I guess. Did the group buy for Dolphin happen on Keycaps? No, it happened on Discord. Pretty sure. It was a Discord group buy, pretty much. A lot of group buys nowadays don't even happen on don't get posted on Keycaps. You just have to like. There's a lot of group buys that don't happen on Keycaps now. Work hard, party harder. Don't disagree. Don't disagree. No invite option for the Linworks Discord. I can send you an invite. Give me a sec. think they should work, yeah. Oh, there. Okay. Thanks, nachos. But yeah, I think this one should work too. Just in case. Switches. Yeah, I think some of the links on the like the Instagram I think are outdated because there hasn't been a post in a long time. Yeah, I don't think anyone's like particularly managing that account really closely. So that's probably why. I don't have access to it, so I don't know. Might be Mr. Duckbay who manages the Insta account, but I'm not sure. Polish some Milky KS3s. Okay, I don't want switches. I feel like they're already pretty smooth. They're okay. All this whole polishing thing for me seems like such work. Yeah, but I mean, I guess fun experimenting around with that stuff. I don't have the patience. Oh wait, I'm doing regular caps lock today. I almost forgot. I'm so used to doing stepped. I'm like default to step always. Yeah, I remember today was regular. Dude, it's a job. I'd be losing sleep. Oh my goodness. I would not sacrifice sleep for that. Even if you meant that figuratively. Yeah, no. Hard pads, buddy. Gasp, regular caps lock? I know. Well, I mean, standard anti, I guess. For the most part. At least in terms of the modifiers, yeah. I mean, my preference, you know? Can't say it's my preference, but yeah. Do get the regular caps lock users every so often. Alright. Oh man. This looks so good with MX Blacks on it. Like the plate. Whew. Damn. It looks so good. And the Durock V2 stabs actually fire because they're like they pretty much have all black hardware. It's great. I love it. How many times have you had to do wire balancing ever since you began building boards? 0. Why? Because I don't do it. If the wire is bad, I just toss it out. New stab. Why waste my time? Stabs are $3 at most. Yeah, no. Wire is bad, toss it out. Get a new one. Stop wasting time doing that stuff. You can check your wires. Checking your wires is fine. It's easy. Put it on the table. Look that it's straight. If it looks way off, throw it out. Just get a new one. It's the act of balancing the wires that for me is like, it's like, why are you wasting that time? Not to mention, it's not like you are probably gonna get it right. Where are you getting stabs that are $3? Durock stabs are like, what? It's like what? Like I mean, what, 325, 350? It's the same thing. It's like $17 a kit, right? For the 7U ones. It's like, yeah. I mean, just buy like several kits of stabs. Just keep some around. Balance DN. You want me to? Ready for a Dolphin? Ready to build it? Nice. Well, hope you get one soon and you get to build one. Alright, let's do this. Is 30 CAD in Canada? That's pretty sad. But that said, how much is the conversion of that in US? 20 some probably. Twos are 350 and 7 years are 4 if you buy them separate. Why? Don't buy them separate. Just buy them in kits. Just keep a few kits around. I don't buy them separate for that reason, because it's like, I know I'm gonna eventually use them anyway. If you have a few spare, like, you know how like you do like 60% and you get like 1 or 2 spare stabs, like 2 stabs, just keep those around. And then like you'll use them on the next build and so on. If you're building like, you know, more than 3 keyboards. But even if you're building, you know, I mean, if you're building more, then better. You know, you can stock up on a few and just use them. For a while, I stocked up on the Durock V1s, and so I had to use those for a while. But they weren't the same as Durock V2, so it was fine. Oh yeah, I guess clip-ins are cheap though. I guess if you get like cherry clip-ins, you could always use those. But people seem to be somehow scared of clip-ins for some reason. It's almost like this whole screw thing is like, oh yeah, more like sturdier, so therefore better. But clip-ins are fine too. Clip-ins are cheap. You can buy those in bulk for very cheap. Very, very cheap. And even the sellers, like the vendors who have them, like Prime KB, Keys, a few others, sell them for pretty moderate prices as well. All right. Let me see what's up here. Oh, do you guys see that nice PBT Fuji went up today? I mean, sold out pretty quickly, but there's been more nice PBT sets coming up with designer collaborations with them, like the Noel and now the Fuji set. I mean, there's like the PBT Taro on the novelty side of things. We're seeing more of this stuff. We'll probably see Cherry PBT Darling soon. That's pretty cool. But yeah, PBT Fuji came up today on Canon Keys. They also have some desk mats and whatnot, if you like missed the group buy for those. So just letting you guys know. What temp do you set your iron? 360 degrees Celsius. I'm trying to use clip-ins on a DZ60. Well, yeah. So DZ60s have like so many holes for the stabs that, yeah, clip-ins is probably a bad idea because they would slide off too easily. I definitely can see why you're, you know, traumatized from using clip-ins there. Second time watching a Dolphin being built in 40 hours. Not jealous that you can just touch a son of a goat. Sorry, that got PBT Euro. Oh, that would be cool. Nice PBT Euro. That would be nice. Sub 001. Thank you for the raid. Unicorn game for life? Oh, nice. You just built one? You just built a unicorn sub one? Thank you so much for the raid welcome party of 7 folks. How are you doing? I hope you've had a good day, evening, wherever you are. PT Fuji looked off to me. Oz commission? Oh, nice. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Very cool looking board. Anyway, Gan says, got C3 stats and they tick like crazy, albeit they were my first screen, so I probably fucked up the lube job. So I believe Mr. Alex Odos also uploaded a new YouTube video on how to lube stabs. So you can check that out too. There's guides by him. There's a guide by Nathan, Teka Types. I don't really have any videos on that, but like I lube stabs every stream and you can just ask me how I do it. It's that simple and you can see me do it. But yeah, I mean, if you ask how I do it, I'll just show you during the stream. So every stream you get a chance to ask me if you really want to. But yeah, sometimes people do. But yeah, to put it simply though, it's even code of 205, like very light even code of 205 when you do the wires. On the wire up to the L bend, and then a slightly thick kind of bead of 205 at the tip of the wire where basically the ticking is going to happen if you leave it alone. That's where you want to put a little bit more lube than usual around the very tip of the wire. And that's pretty much it. I mean, lubing the rest of the parts is pretty simple. Like you're just basically very lightly lubing any surfaces that you are touching. You can actually choose not to lube those parts, like like the housing, like the sides of the stem, that kind of stuff. You don't have to. Some people actually don't, because they don't like the more restrictive movement that happens from that. Because yeah, I mean, you're kind of slowing it down, right? A little. Kind of like makes it slightly more sluggish, perhaps. For me, it is a preference because it feels a little bit more controlled. Because I mean, the keycaps are still returning fine at the same speed, or relatively similar. But some people are more sensitive. 350 degrees Celsius, yeah. 350 Celsius. For me. Plugging the bud is a potential fix if you don't want to destart the whole build. Yep, that's right. I mean, that's pretty much what I do as a slight adjustment. So for example, I lubed my stab, installed it onto the board, right? Installed it onto the PCB, and put the plate on, and I'm testing my stab just like earlier. Actually, if you go back on the VOD from today, you'll see that I was testing the stabs and I was like, oh, I think the right side is missing a little bit of lube, so I use the syringe to basically make very slight adjustments. So I don't inject a lot. Like, people say this whole like plugging the butt thing, like, but for me it's actually not even plugging, it's actually just like minimal squeeze just to cover that like tip of the wire part, and it's very little, but because I already added a decent amount of lube when I was lubing the wire already. So all I need to do is very slight adjustments. And like lubing is an additive process, meaning that it's easy to add on top of on a surface where you already added a very little amount, and just keep adding a little by little until you get the right result, instead of adding too much and then having to remove. That's difficult to do. So yeah, it's easier to just go little by little until you get it right. It's like a dab. Yeah, it's literally the tip of the wire, like where the circular cross section is. Basically the edge of that circular cross section is what's ticking against the plastic of the stabilizer housing, basically because it's like this, pointed upward, so it's like that like edge, it's like hitting against the plastic basically. That's where the ticking is happening. Sometimes the ticking can happen from the L bend side. That's more rare, but it does happen, like when the L bend section is very loose, and sometimes the like basically rattling causes like a ticking sort of noise, so that can happen too. Just the tip. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dirty. Anyway, y'all should check out my sponsors if you haven't already. I have a bunch, from Canon Keys to Kinetic Labs, Novel Keys, where we have a promo code BOLT for in-stock items, small discount for in-stock items. And yeah, don't forget, any purchase that you make using my affiliate links provide a small kickback to support the channel. In most cases, there's also CVV Planner, where you can get a discount code to use for any in-stock or sometimes plate orders as well. If you the plate orders are back open, so if you need a custom plate order from CVV Planet, they're back open. That CNY is over. So yeah. And also, don't forget to check out Novel Keys. They have DCS Dead Beats right now. I believe Omnitype just put out, they have all the Pokemon diecasts, Pokeballs. They also have in-stock posters, like the poster from my Keyboard EU that was commissioned through Crash. And there's also GMK Modern Dolch 2 extras. Those went up earlier today, and there are quite a few base kits in stock, so check out the GMK Modern Dolch 2 extras through omnitype.com/lightning. And yeah, I believe there's a Simpler 60 on Prime keyboards. Over at Project Keyboard right now, we have GMK White on Black and Black on White Hangul Round 2. That is going up until the end of this month, so don't forget about that one if you missed out on the previous round, or you have been looking for White on Black Hangul, but you're okay with waiting for the new GMK round. It's currently up as a group buy on Project Keyboard. You can go to Salvin if you have any needs for materials for lubing and such, like stabs, lube, etc. There's also some dust pads and some accessories. Salvin also has apparel. If you're in the EU, it'll be convenient. If you're not in the EU and maybe you have a need for Wilbotech PCBs, Salvin carries those. Right now, I believe on Space Cables, spaceholdings.net, we have GMK Evil Eye collab cables available. I believe any Keycap group buys are already over for now, until further announcements. So yeah, still waiting on my Andromeda from Canon Keys. Oh, nice. I built that one Andromeda and it was pretty sick, pretty cool board. Yeah, I actually don't know whether I liked it more with the foam or not. I kind of feel like I could have messed around with it a little bit more, but I did want to return it to client sooner, so they don't like play around with it too much. But it was a fun build to do. I did it off stream, unfortunately. It was asked of me to do it off stream to get a faster turnaround, so I did that off stream. But it was a fun build nonetheless. There's photos and on my website and my Instagram, and there's also a typing test on my YouTube channel if you were looking for something like that. Oh, you actually built a semi on stream? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there it is. No foam was better for sure, at least on the recording. Yeah, I think most people agree on that. Although I think some people did like it with foam, so it's definitely a preference thing. All right. Whoa. I feel like my USB devices are going crazy today. Something about the USB is pulling power maybe, and it's like shutting off my cameras for like 2 seconds. Oh, wild. Do you have a powered USB hub? I do. Yes, I do. I have to. There's no other way. I have 2 powered USB hubs actually. 2 Anchor, like 8-port USB hubs. Like with the AC power block and everything. They're like the nicer ones. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna slack off on those. Just paid the premium and just got 2 of them. And it still does it? Yeah, I mean, it is pulling a lot of power because each of the cameras, right? Each camera takes 2 ports just in case. I mean, they could survive with 1, but I feed them 2 ports for the fake battery, right? And then there's obviously my USB devices, which is mostly keyboard stuff. And yeah, it's mostly keyboard stuff actually. Yeah, that's it. It's mostly keyboard stuff. And then oh, I guess I do have like my phone charger. I guess maybe I'll have to remove that one. I think that one might be pulling too much current when it's charging my phone. That would make sense actually. So I'll probably pull some of the bigger devices. Phone charger. phone charger. Cool. Test is done. All right. Let's get to assembling it. Maybe I'll do this actually. Okay. Charge your phone for maximum dampening. Yeah, maximum T word action. All right, let's put this into the case. Exciting. What keys are we gonna do today? Are we gonna do Bingsu or something? That's like a good choice. Haven't seen Bingsu on a board in a little bit, I think. This man sticks to his own rules, doesn't even say it, of course. You think I would not keep my own promises? How is the Dolphin? It's on a very nice board. Can vouch it looks fire with Bingsu. You already know? Is that Bingsu then? I don't know, Nacho. I don't know, no. I'm gonna bet it is, but who knows, dude? Who knows? My preference. Andy Kwan SK asks, hey, love your mice. Is that a Razer Viper Ultimate that is hydro dipped? I believe it's been painted, but this was done by Leonardo the Mouse. It's like Leonardo da Vinci, but instead of Vinci, it's a mouse. They do custom mice work. I bought it actually aftermarket, as in like somebody else commissioned it, and then I purchased it from them because they were no longer going to use it. So that's how I got mine, but yeah, it is originally Leonardo da Mouse's work. So yep. All right, you can actually just do this instead. Take the plate out, line up this thing with the screw holes, and then it should kind of just line itself up on its own. And yep, I was right. All right, yep, that's fine. So that's been daily for quite some time, and it still looks like the paint held up. Yeah, it's held up pretty well. Does the paint come off? I don't think so. I actually don't know if it's... Okay, maybe it was I don't know if it was hydro dipped, to be honest. I never asked the details. Maybe it is hydro dipped and masked and stuff and like coated. But yeah, they're definitely coated. I mean, they obviously want to ensure the longevity of it, so they're like clear coated basically to prevent like any material from coming off from the plastic. Anyway, Poppy Penguin asks, yo dude, have you tried MX Blacks with Kale Black Stems? Any good? I haven't. I know people who have, but I personally haven't. Kale Black Stem, MX Blacks. Oh, yo, what mounting style does a Dolphin have? It has a sandwich mount. I'll show you. I mean, I'm already screwing it together, but it's visible from the outside. So I don't know about mice, so I don't flame me for not knowing about it. All right, so yeah, basically you see this line here. That's the plate. That's the piece. That's the FR4 plate. So the FR4 plate is literally sandwiched between the top and the bottom piece here. The bottom piece is this very thick piece with a weight on the inside, and then the plate is sandwiched in between. So you can see the plate from the front and the back. So it's a sandwich mount. What's a win keyless TKL board? It's a KMAC LE. It's a KMAC LE. Alright, oh, redeem hydrate. Alright, Bingsu time. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the set. I'm not sure where I put it. Oh, okay, I think I know. Alright, BRB. You guys can look at JD for a bit. Alright, I think I got this here. Do you want Hangul, Nacho? I'll let you choose that. It's up to you. Hangul? Yeah? Okay. Okie dokes. Ooh. Man, Bingsu slaps with this. Holy shit. It looks so good already. Just putting the like a few mods is enough for me to know this is gonna slap. Oh sheesh. I think I'm gonna have to go no accent on this because the color just matches perfectly. Well, it doesn't match actually. It's a nice contrast with the case. It's not a match, it's a nice contrast. The Dolphin does not have the Dolphin engraving on it? Yes, it does not have any engravings on it. It has no engravings. It's clean look. That was the choice, that was the design choice they made. They wanted a clean look for it. This looks nice. I know, right? I know. It slaps. So luckily, I did get those matching Togepi that Ninewalker also got, I think. So I'm gonna put those on in a bit. Alright. Togepi and Escape? Yeah, let's go. What color is this? This is GMK Bingsu, and the color of the board is it's the burgundy color that was on the international group buy for the Dolphin. So the Korean group buy got the navy as a special exclusive region exclusive color. Although people are selling it out there anyway now. And the international group I had the burgundy as a special color, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it's like a wine burgundy. It's like different from what you would expect from like a just dark red style burgundy. It's more like a wine red burgundy. It came out really nice. Really it was unexpected, kind of like I did not expect this tone, and just getting it while I'm like, ooh, damn, looks so good, looks so good. Like Bingsu actually like just belongs on this keyboard right now. Slaps. Has the Anno and Lin's boards improved? Yeah, for sure they have. They definitely have. I think pretty much since Linworks kind of came back with the montage, I think the boards have been pretty good. Just overall, I think I've seen pretty good stuff. And I'm talking about like the vast majority. Like it's fine if you have one or two boards out there that maybe had scuffs or something. Like that happens. Things slip off from QC every so often. That's normal. But when you're talking about 1 out of 100 boards or 1 out of 200 boards or something, you know, whatever. It happens. You know, just customer service, figure it out. I just got the Bingsu color. Yeah, I know, right? So good. How much was this a group buy price? Like 650 shipped. Something like that. Definitely a hefty price, but pretty definitely on the more expensive side, but yeah. Let me see. F6. Sorry about that. We had a little outage, so had to wait for that to refresh. I think we're back, right? Yeah, it doesn't take long to refresh, which is good, which means it's not like terribly unstable. I've had the people who have been here long enough in my Twitch community here know that these internet outages can be so much worse. We don't miss those things. We don't miss those. This is the best case scenario for what it's worth. Anyway, in the meantime, I found the rest of the cabs, so yeah, just Spectrum things. Yeah, just your usual ISP things. You know. All right, sorry I missed. Let's see, what did I miss? Okay, before this, I'm Remy. Anyway, welcome, Remy. My night's been good. Lo-fi Pokemon music, yeah. Didn't the white and red on the Skog end up looking like Iron Man? No clue. Pings are too strong. True. Dolphin or Dollis, what you got? What you prefer? I like the Dolphin for the more traditional TKL look, but when I did try the Dollis, it was really fun. It was a nice build. But I really like Dolphin more though. I think I like TKLs a little bit more. So yeah, they just look so good. Oh yeah, so I was talking about keyboards, right? From Lin. Oh yeah, so Lin quality control overall has gotten a lot better. Like their manufacturing, their anodizing, all that stuff is like just overall has gotten a lot better. Especially like since Kevin Lim, he like KLC Kevin right now. He's taken over a lot of the logistics stuff. Also, like he's a saint. Okay, like. Make sure if you ever interact with Kevin, thank him. You know, he does a great job. He's like the nicest dude, okay? He's like the nicest guy. Like, he treats us all really well, like, you know, for us, like, you know, moderators, right? Like, he's super nice. He's super understanding. He tries to address the problems that, like, if they arise. And he has, like, infinite patience, I swear. But I know that things do get to him, for sure. Like, I know that things do get to him. In the way that like it stresses him out, right? But like he's so nice, like as far as like customer service and all this is concerned. And so like yeah, like I would say that Linworks quality has like come up leaps and bounds in terms of board quality, customer service, like overall like fulfillment, like efficiency. It's gone a lot better, and so it's really nice to see, to be honest. He is human, yeah, he is. Alright, so I did get the Togepi as Nine Walker was implying. We have the Togepi here. Gonna put the Togepi on escape. I think this one just matches the alphas, so I don't think I'm gonna put the other one though. I think it just maybe just print scroll pause, or actually, do I have anything else that matches things today? No, I don't think so. It's very rare to match this set. It's hard to match this set. So I think I'm just gonna go with the one keycap. I think the one keycap looks super clean and nice, so let's just keep it this way. Alright. This is a perfect build. Yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. Kevin's super active on all in KLC and Linworks. Oh yeah, the man is a beast. He's a machine. Like he puts in a lot of hours, man. You see him up really late at night too, like late at night for his time. Sometimes I'm like, dude, do you sleep? Like, I realize you also wake up early, like this guy, you know? I'm just like, that's nuts. Oh, this brought me back to one of the first streams I ever watched here. The Green Dolphin camping. Oh man, that was a while back. That was my first experience with the Dolphin. My first experience like directly building one and using one. It blew me away because I long time ago I used to think the Dolphin was not for me, because I was like, oh, you know, standard mount kind of stiff too. But more specifically, I wasn't huge on the curves and the whole like look. It has very aggressive look. I wasn't huge on it until I saw it in person, and I was like, it looks really good. Like the sandwich plate actually is a very cool design feature. I actually think that the Dolphin shouldn't change from how it is. You know what I mean? It's already very, very good. Yeah. It has presence? Yeah, something like that. So let's get to typing. So we gotta put that. Is there a theme for Bingsu actually? Oh, it's very bright though. Burgundy? Is there something red? Alter? No. Bushido? Whatever. a little better, but I don't know what fits this. Oops, sorry about that. If you're using headphones. You use Bingsu? Okay. It just looks kind of. Besides the reference to anything, I mean, it's literally the the idea of the board is that it's like a dolphin, so like curvy, right? Like the curvy part of the dolphin, right? Like a real dolphin, like the mammal dolphin, like the animal. Like that's the inspiration. Oh, you use Bingsu though? Okay. All right, let's turn off the music now. All right, friends, here we have it today. We have a Linworks Dolphin version 2021. So this was a group buy that happened last year, fulfilled relatively recently. Today we have Cherry Mix Blacks on an FR4 plate. The Cherry Mix Blacks are just I believe these are just brand new from Novelkeys. They're lubed with 205 grade 0, spring swap with 62 gram TX springs, the regular cherry size, like medium, I think. And yeah, I mean springs are lubed, of course. Those are always lubed. And then well, at least on my own, at least on switches that I lube, I always lube the springs. And yeah, FR4 plate. That's about it. And this is GMK Bingsu with Hangul from round 1. So let's get it. Oh man, this sounds great. What's bomba clot? What does that even mean? No idea what that means. Anyway, hold up. Let me check something really quick. Okay. It sounds great. It sounds awesome. I can't sense any hollow or resonance to the case, which is pretty nice. I think the whale tends to have a little bit more resonance, but the dolphin doesn't seem to have it, especially with this FR4 plate right now. Sounds really good. Let me try one more time though. All right, let me give it one more try. Oh man, yeah, this sounds good. Visit the Caribbean where I live to understand bomba clot. Okay, I'll Maybe one day. I don't know what it means, but appreciate it, I guess. All right, so yeah, no, it sounds really, really good. Truly bussin'. No, yeah, I like the spacebar sound. I just like the overall alpha sound. Like, it has a kind of roomy sound to it, but not resonant for like a ping or like an echo, you know, like a bad kind of echo. So it sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. Which is kind of what I experienced. It's the same experience I had when I first built the Dolphin V3, the one that Raz just mentioned earlier. It was a green V3 Dolphin with the GMK camping, and I also was like, oh wow, this sounds really nice. So yeah. So let's give it a quick test here with the mods and the rest of the keys. And oh, how much does it weigh? I'm not sure. I'll weigh it in just a second. How about that? All right, here are the mods. Oh, it sounds really good. Is this board on the stiffer side? Definitely on the stiffer side because it is sandwich mounted, so it doesn't have as much give to the plate. But I think that what really gives this board a lot of characteristic, like a lot of character rather, it's like, you know, the look and the sound. It sounds really good. It sounds really nice. I have to say, the Dolphin is one of those boards that it's like a nice solid typing experience. Like, yeah, it doesn't have much give. It doesn't like, it won't feel like super soft or anything, but it sounds really nice, and the look of it is pretty. It's pretty unique. You know, it's unique. I love the look of it. So, all right. I don't mind the stiffness myself either. Like using Alu or FR4, I think either would be fine for me at least. Yeah, it's not tiring. Yeah, I don't find it tiring myself. I mean, I've used steel plates before and that was okay. So, and brass plates long ago. A lot less now, but I used to. So, yeah. All right. So, did I miss anything? Oh yeah, how much does it weigh? That's one thing I was gonna check, right? Let's wait for that to tear. Okay, so it weighs basically 7 pounds. Basically 7 pounds. Which is 3.16 kilograms here. 17 kilograms. 3.17 kilograms. The Dolphin uses the same mounting as the Jane? No. The Dolphin is sandwich mount, and the Jane is a top mount only. Yeah. Do you own a Dolphin as well? I actually do. I've yet to build mine. I haven't gotten to it yet. Just haven't had time for my own builds. Like personal builds. Like I already have switches that I want to put on and whatnot. Was it the Whale that used the same mounting? Actually, the Whale is also sandwich mount technically, but it uses the same plate. The Whale uses the same plate shape basically. The shape of the plate is the same, but it is technically sandwich mount. Yeah. I mean, the whale technically came before the Jane V2 in this case. Actually, it's specifically the Jane V2. Jane V2 and the Jane V1 are both top mount boards though. Actually, well, most of the TGR boards are top mount boards. Anyhow. This looks so good. It sounds really, really nice. Oh yeah. If I don't like the combo I might put on my Dolphin eventually, I think I'll just resort to MX Blacks on FR4 because it sounds great. It feels nice too. This is like perfect for me. All right, so y'all have anything else? Oh, someone used Guide the Raid and okay. All right, we can raid them. They're live by the time we do. All right, let's show it off though. So here is our. Oh, it's not focused. Here's our Dolphin version 2021. A very clean version of the Dolphin. No branding on top, no branding on the bottom. The bottom has this nice grilled bottom, which I'll just show in just a second. But ever stunning design in my opinion. I love how the plate shows up at the front and the back. I really like that they switched over to USB-C and the port is very nice and tight. Very nice. It just looks like adds to the cleanliness of the design now, or like, you know, the modernized design I would say. But it keeps some of those, like, you know, features that are so characteristic of the Dolphin, which is the sides, right? These aggressive sides. Really nice. What's the typing angle on this? It's something like 10 degrees, I think. It's like 10 or 11. People say it's like 10 or 11. But yeah, look at that. And then look at this beautiful, like, anodized, like, wine burgundy red. Is that a nick on the side? It's just dust. Yeah. It's like stuck. I think I need like alcohol for it. But yeah. And my fingerprints everywhere because I have sweaty hands, I guess. But this is the bottom. Has like this nice grilled bottom to it. There is a steel weight that's on the interior that kind of gets exposed here at the bottom case. They use these nice new triangular bump-ons. Pretty nice actually. It's like a nice piece of rubber, and actually they're not very like obtrusive. Like they don't look very like they're like in the way. I do like these new bump-ons that they're using. They look nice, and yeah. The rest is like pretty much the same as most other Dolphin designs. But yeah, it looks very nice. There's that little divot to the right of the weight. What do you mean, to the right of the weight? I mean, this is because of the angle of the piece, like, because the weight has to get screwed up to the bottom, but you know, it's not necessarily all flat. I mean, like, it's flat here, but yeah, like this has to go at an angle here, so that's why. Yeah, the weight is slightly angled for that. Yeah, I mean, because it matches the top. So. But anyway, it looks great, and it feels great too, actually. I could type on this all day. And yeah, no, it sounds really good. I like it. I like it. Is this by the same designer as the Moon TKL? No, it was not. The Moon TKL was designed by Eve. a Chinese manufacturer slash designer, I guess. That's it. I'm joining Wob Hangul and putting it on my Dolphin. Nice. Yeah, no. Dolphin is by Lin. Lin X3 is the like username. That's what they go by. Lin or Lin X3. But yeah, Linworks is the brand, the company basically. But yeah, Linworks Dolphin or Lin Dolphin, people call it. Lin. Yeah. What caps are those? This is GMK Bingsu. GMK Bingsu. Bingsu with a B, with a soft B. Not P, but yeah. P-I-N. I'll write it down here. Bingsu. There you go. Anyway. I think that's it for the build for tonight. Someone did say guide the raid here for NDIK. Whom I don't know actually, but let's check if they're live. Oh, I see Mr. Tim Keelis. NDIK. Valentine's Day stream, Bessie stream, nice. Piggy 60, they're building a Piggy 60, very nice. I actually haven't seen the Piggy 60 other than in photos, so pretty cool. You can go give them a raid. There also seem to be a keyboard builder. And yeah. Alright friends, have a good night, Nine Walker. Again, thank you for coming by to tonight's stream. This was very nice. Very, very nice build. It looks so good with GMK Bingsu. Pretty much a perfect match. I love this wine red, wine burgundy kind of color on the case. It just looks spectacular. But all right, friends, let's go raid NDIK and just kind of give them a pretty standard kind of like raid message. Say like lightning raid. And then yeah, let's just give them a standard lightning raid message. All right, friends. Anyway, thank you again for. Oh wait, I can't use a follower emote. I think I need to use a. I think I should use a Meowgo Pog instead. All right, there we go. All right, friends. Thank you again. I hope you all have a good night and a good rest of your week. Next stream, if I manage to get everything prepared, it will be a prototype of the Pearlboard's Zeus TKL by Kubicek. Very unique keyboard. I'm still preparing parts and stuff, so if it's not that, it'll get swapped with a different build that I have planned anyway. So I'll announce more details on that as soon as I confirm more details with Kubicek and as all the parts get lined up. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy and have a good week.